For this handrail project, I decided to buy first grade pine wood with a tight grain from a lumber yard, as opposed to a box store where the quality varies too much. I wanted the free rails to have a matching grain, so they were cut from one original piece. I checked the standard sizes of wood available at the mill and bought one piece whose depth was within the norms of handrail sizes. Next, I routed the corners with a 1/4 inch round over bit, then sanded the 4 main sides with 80 grit paper to remove the saw marks, and then obtain a finer finish with 150 grit paper. The upper rail height can vary between 80 to 110 centimeters above the toe of each step, depending on the standards of where you live in the world. The spacing of the steps on this stairwell is very irregular, so the upper rail height above the toe steps varies between 85 to 102 centimeters. I bought the contemporary rail supports on Amazon, and they are within the US specifications. I also used US standards deciding the mount point of every support along the rail. I pre-drilled the support screw holes and then pre-tapped those holes with the supplied screws. I marked the position for all of the support screws, drilled them out, and then used sturdy wall plugs, seeing that these supports only use one screw to mount to the wall. Each rail's length was cut slightly longer than needed. Once each rail was mounted in place, I marked the final trim points with a vertical line and trimmed off the ends with a Japanese-style trim saw. The trimmed ends were then hand sanded to remove any sharp edges. Next, the rails were given a final sand down outside using 150 grit paper. I then cleaned the rails to remove any traces of sawdust with a damp cloth. Each rail then had 5 coats of water-based polyurethane applied, and once each coat had dried, I went on to lightly sand the areas where there is an excess of polyurethane present. The final 5th coat doesn't require any sanding once dried. I'm happy with the end result, and the quality is better compared to most commercial stair rails. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. If the video was useful, please consider leaving a like or subscribing to my channel. Many thanks.